The shattered arena floated in the middle of endless space. Broken stones drifted through the stars. Purple lightning crawled across the floor, and in the center of it all stood Gohan. His body was bruised. His GI was torn. His breath was heavy, but his eyes still burned with power. Across from him, the Grand Priest hovered calmly, wings spread wide, halo glowing above him like a small sun. Gohan clenched his fists. His aura exploded around him. Blue, purple, gold. The entire arena shook beneath his feet. The Grand Priest did not move. He only watched. Then he lifted one hand and spoke softly. "Show me everything." Gohan vanished. In the next instant, he appeared in front of the Grand Priest and swung with all his strength. The punch cut through the air like a meteor. The Grand Priest raised his palm. The impact burst into a storm of golden sparks. Gohan pushed harder, but the Grand Priest smiled. Gohan attacked again. A punch, a kick, an elbow, a knee. Every strike carried enough force to crack the arena. The Grand Priest dodged each one with almost no effort. He moved like he already knew where Gohan would be before Gohan moved. Gohan growled in frustration. The Grand Priest tilted his head. Too much anger, not enough control. Gohan roared and threw both hands forward. A massive beam of purple-blue energy exploded from his palms. The blast tore through floating stones and ripped open the cosmic sky. The Grand Priest answered with one hand. A calm blue-white light pushed forward. The two beams collided in the center. The universe flashed. The beam struggle grew larger. Gohan dug his boots into the broken floor. His arms shook. His hair whipped behind him like a storm. The Grand Priest floated still, his robe barely moving. Gohan pushed harder. The beam grew brighter. For the first time, the Grand Priest's smile changed. He was impressed. Then the Grand Priest turned his wrist. Gohan's beam twisted away from him. The wild energy bent into perfect rings of light, circling the battlefield instead of destroying it. Gohan's eyes widened. The Grand Priest spoke calmly. Power is not the same as mastery. Gohan pulled the energy back into his hands. This time he did not explode with rage. He focused. The aura around him tightened. The lightning became thinner, sharper, cleaner. The Grand Priest nodded once. Again. Gohan launched another beam. This one was smaller, faster, more controlled. The Grand Priest met it with a single finger. The impact formed a glowing sphere between them. Gohan pushed. The Grand Priest held. The entire arena trembled, but Gohan did not lose control. The Grand Priest disappeared. Gohan looked around. Too late. The Grand Priest appeared beside him and tapped his shoulder with two fingers. The force launched Gohan backward through floating debris. He crashed across the cracked arena floor and slid through a trail of sparks, but he still rose. Gohan wiped blood from his face. His breathing was rough, his body was screaming, but his spirit refused to fall. He stood again. The Grand Priest hovered above him, calm and patient. "Your body is strong," he said, "but your mind is still chasing the battle." Gohan looked up. "Then teach me how to stop chasing." The Grand Priest lowered himself to the arena. He raised both hands and formed golden streams of energy in the air. The light moved like living ribbons. It curved, split, returned, then vanished into his palm. Gohan watched closely. For the first time, he was not just fighting, he was learning. Gohan copied the motion. At first, the energy in his hands shook violently. It sparked out of control. The ground cracked beneath him. The Grand Priest did not interrupt. He only watched. Gohan closed his eyes, breathed in, then held the power still. A small sphere formed between Gohan's palms. It was bright, dense, quiet. Gohan opened his eyes. The Grand Priest smiled. There, that is the beginning. Gohan stared at the sphere like he was seeing his own strength for the first time. The training became faster. The Grand Priest fired thin beams of light from every direction. Gohan blocked the first, dodged the second, redirected the third. Each movement became cleaner. Each mistake became smaller. Each breath became sharper. Then the Grand Priest raised his hand. Dozens of golden beams circled the arena. Gohan stood in the center. No fear, no panic. The beams attacked at once. Gohan moved. He deflected one with his palm, split another with his aura, then caught the final beam and bent it around his body. The Grand Priest's eyes narrowed. Gohan was improving. Gohan launched himself forward again. This time, his attack was different. He did not throw everything into one punch. He shifted, adjusted, controlled the flow. His fist slipped past the Grand Priest's guard. The blow landed. A burst of gold exploded from the impact. The Grand Priest slid backward, just one step. Gohan froze. He had moved him. The Grand Priest looked down at the mark on his robe. Then he looked back at Gohan. A calm smile appeared on his face. "That was not rage," he said. Gohan breathed hard. The Grand Priest nodded. "That was growth." The arena fell silent. Floating stones circled them like moons. The Grand Priest lifted one hand. The broken battlefield began to rebuild itself. Stone platforms rose. Energy rings formed in the sky. The cracks beneath Gohan's feet glowed with white light. The Grand Priest spoke. "Now we begin the real lesson." Gohan's aura returned, but it no longer exploded wildly. It wrapped around him like armor. The Grand Priest raised his palm. Gohan raised his. Their energy met in the center. Purple and blue pushed against divine white and gold. The beam struggle began again. This time, Gohan did not scream. He focused. The beam became steady. The collision point moved slowly toward the Grand Priest. 1 inch, then another. The Grand Priest stayed calm, but now he had to push back. The Grand Priest released more power. The beam clash expanded into a giant sphere between them. The arena cracked open. Floating stones shattered into dust. Gohan's arms trembled, but his eyes stayed clear. The Grand Priest watched him closely. This was no longer a test of strength. It was a test of control. Gohan changed the shape of his beam. The energy split into 2 streams, then 4, then 8. They curved around the Grand Priest from different angles. The Grand Priest blocked them all with graceful movements, but his smile grew wider. Gohan had learned the lesson. The Grand Priest appeared behind Gohan in a flash. Gohan spun and blocked the strike. A shockwave burst through the arena. For the first time, Gohan did not get knocked away. He held his ground. The Grand Priest leaned closer. Good. Gohan and the Grand Priest clashed again, fist against palm, beam against beam, aura against aura. The stars around them flickered under the pressure. Gohan moved faster. The Grand Priest pushed harder. The training had become a battle, and the battle had become a lesson. Gohan gathered everything into one final blast. The sphere above his hands burned brighter than the stars. His body shook under the weight of it. The Grand Priest raised one finger toward the sky. A beam of divine light touched Gohan's energy and held it in place. The Grand Priest spoke through the storm. "Do not let power carry you." Gohan's eyes sharpened. He stopped forcing the energy. He guided it. The massive sphere shrank, then compressed, then became a perfect point of light between his palms. The whole universe seemed to hold its breath. The Grand Priest smiled. "Now release it." Gohan fired. The beam was not wild. It was pure, focused, limitless. The Grand Priest answered with his own light. Their beams collided one final time, creating a massive explosion of blue, purple, white, and gold. But this time, the explosion did not destroy the arena. It formed a perfect ring of energy around them. When the light faded, Gohan stood in silence. His body was exhausted. His GI was torn. But his power felt different, calmer, deeper, stronger. The Grand Priest floated in front of him and extended his hand. "You have only touched the beginning," he said. "Your power can be limitless. Let me train you." Gohan looked at the Grand Priest's hand. Then he looked at the stars above them. He thought of every battle, every failure, every time he had held back. Then he stepped forward and accepted the hand. "I accept," the Grand Priest smiled. The arena lit up beneath them, and somewhere beyond the stars, a new legend began. Dragon Ball Unlimited.